Housing is a key component of individual and family narration to being a place where family or friends can care. The housing is sense of security and privacy. Privacy one aspect of one is the worth in one as a constituent stable significant aspect of the own house, the wealth of the household. Is the wealth of the household is at the wealth of yes, stabilize this is these are honors also with the next level honors accounting is yes. Privacy significant engages in the pop art. Pop art was a cultural that began in the mind. Pop art was a cultural movement, invention, cultural invention that began in the cultural judgment, cultural measurement began in the 20th century. Brought to everyday life as a source of inspiration. Every that began in the 19th century, has turned to everyday, turn in the 20th century, turned to everyday, turning to everyday, has turned to everyday, turned to everyday, has turned to everyday. American artists often use similar subjects from their surroundings. So American artists often use popular subjects, similar subjects from their clothing, better clothing, cosmic and pop art draw heavily from. In the UK, however, pop art drew heavily from articles. In the UK, however, pop art drew heavily from imaginary articles, imaginary titles, articles on magazines, that achieves mass media. Found in magazines, for example, achieves unless they have pop drop articles found in magazines. Actually the mass media cultures unless as well as therefore achieve the mass media culture as well as found in magazines unless major movement हो गयो फ्यामिलीहरू सबै movement. Pop art was a cultural movement that turned turning my god The best time to visit Canada is during fall months when mild temperatures and vibrant fall foliage make scenic drives, hiking, and outdoor exploration especially enjoyable. Travel as a guidance often highlights autumn. So from late September through October, the best time to visit Canada is during fall months when mild temperatures and vibrant fall foliage make scenic drives, hiking, and outdoor exploration especially enjoyable. Travel guides often highlight autumn, especially from late September through October, as a peak season for color changes in Ontario, Quebec, and other regions of the country. Oh my god. इलेक्ट्रिक्स करेगा पृथ्वी Methane is a waste product of the oil and gas industry that results in a greenhouse gas pollution that is 25 times more powerful than CO2 gas. Working with industry to cut these harmful emissions by almost half over the next 10 years will dramatically reduce our greenhouse gas emissions. EMISS emissions. Methane is a waste product of the oil and gas industry that results in greenhouse gas pollution that is 25 times more powerful than CO2. Working with industry to cut these harmful emissions by almost half over the next 10 years will dramatically reduce our greenhouse gas emission. The well-being, prosperity, and sustainability of human enterprise really on the functioning of the Earth's natural systems and their complex physical, chemical, and biological processes. Water is a central theme in all terrestrial, oceanic, atmosphere, agricultural, and industrial systems. Teaching is indeed a challenging profession as it continues to attract and retain individuals years after years. Many of whom women remain in the field for 5, 10, or even more years. This enduring commitment can be attributed to a combination of intrinsic motivations and the rewarding aspects of the profession. Teaching is indeed a challenging profession, yet it continues to attract and retain individuals year after year, many of whom remain in the field for 5, 10, or even more years. This enduring commitment can be attributed to a combination of intrinsic motivations and the rewarding aspects of the profession. Okay. Teaching is indeed a challenging profession, yet it continues to attract and retain individuals every year after year, many of whom remain in the field for 5, 10, or even more years. This enduring commitment can be attributed to a combination of intrinsic motivations and the rewarding aspects of this profession. School hosts parents-teacher conference 4 times a year, and it is important for families to attend. This is your chance to meet with teachers and ask questions about your child's progress. It can be helpful to write down questions ahead of time. We will enter into the building from the right side of the library. Please take this professional material in the chemistry lab. Please this many environment experts are very much curious about the future. Said many environment experts. Many environment experts are very concerned about the future of our planet. Please make sure that your assignments are successfully submitted from the online portal. Online portal. The graph showed that the presentation of people who smoke according to the gender. The graph shows the percentage of people who smoke according to gender. Students have the opportunity to share their comments during the lunch time. Students have the opportunity to share their lunch during the common lunch break around the morning. The free workshop will be conducted on this Wednesday on the fourth floor of the department. The free workshop will be conducted this Wednesday on the fourth floor of the department. The deadline of this essay is tomorrow. The deadline for the essay is tomorrow. This lecture will discuss on the three digital area of the technology. Listening lesson and speaking lessons. This lecture will be deducted on this small. Please stop writing if the senior teacher asks you to do. Please. All messages should be included in the website. All messages should be included on the website. Collaboration between departments in the ground during the research. Collaboration between department has led during the research. The school will discuss reading and writing skills. Here the chart shows the different graphs on the different day of this week. Frequency 0 to 25, whereas on the hour per day watch intelligence 0 to 7. It shows the different day and the highest and the lowest point. There is a highest point on Wednesday and the lowest point on the Sunday. Similarly, other Monday, Tuesday are increasing, whereas the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are also decreasing. It shows that the positive aspect. It has a thinking capacity, or all around it is good. Here we can see a chart that is shown in the figures, hour per day watching television. X-axis shows the frequency from 0, 5, 10, 15, 20 and 25, whereas similarly y-axis shows that the hour per day watching television 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It shows the 7 days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday, which shows the highest and the lowest point. Highest point which is Wednesday and lowest point which is on Sunday. Thank you. Here is a picture shown on the chemistry lab. One is professor and the other is a student. Professor has wearing a white coat and having a white hair, wearing spectacles and watching keenly to the student. Student wearing a blue t-shirt and blue shirt, having a black hair and having practical in chemistry lab. I think they are doing some practical on the chemistry about the chemical reaction. They are just two silent pictures shown on it. All about it shows the positive aspects of it. Here the chart shows the market share of paid service and the product. Different the product other services which is 10%, paid healthcare which is 25%, paid grooming which is 15%, paid toys 20%, paid food 30%. It shows the highest and the lowest point. Highest is paid food and the least is other services. The all over the figure is positive aspect. Nuclear power generation. Nuclear share of total electricity generation 1 to 5. Nuclear power plant. Land disposition. Open chemical. Wow. Here the chart shows the old map. It has clearly shown nuclear power generation of different countries. Nuclear share of total electricity generation in percentage, which shows the totally brown 1 to 5 and 10 to 25, 25 to 45, otherwise 55 and less than 55. Nuclear power plant, green shows that the operational and yellow shows that the under construction, whereas red shows fragmentation shutdown. Highest is France and Slovakia and Ukraine. Other are remaining are Russian nuclear power plant not on the map. It is clearly shows most of the country want to be in fish separation power. Overall figure is home ownership and the unemployment. Home ownership ratio. Here the chart shows that the line graph. It clearly shows x-axis and y-axis. In x there is a percentage in ratio home ownership rate from 60 to 76, and the y-axis it shows the year 1990, 1995, 2005, 10. Similarly, dotted line denote that the unemployment rate ratio, whereas in the black line donate their home ownership ratio. It shows the highest and the lowest point. Highest is in 76 and the lowest is in 65%, whereas the unemployment ratio is highest in 75 and the lowest is nearly 67. Here the chart shows that the line graph of unemployment and home migration ratio. It shows the x-axis is 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 74, 76. Y-axis 1992, 2010. It shows the highest and the lowest. The highest of home ownership ratio is nearly 75 and the lower is which is 67. On other unemployment ratio as highest in 75 and the lowest is in 67. Overall, it shows the positive aspect of. Thank you. Here the chart shows that the globe of Earth. Why students choose to study foreign languages? 43% are personal interest for enjoyment, and the remaining 1% one social responsibility, 3% are application for advanced degree, other 6 are family background, on future travel study abroad 9% only, use in future career 13%, and the rest of the degree requirement are 24%. It shows the highest and the lowest percentage for why the student travel in every field. Okay, the figure is positive and informative. and cultural amenities three and cities of is a half Georgia. The rabbit place the rapid is yes. The whole zone of the entire, yes. Change is the national management different trend of the modern era with more than half of the old population is on the population of EXC these issues as citizens all to struggle to accommodate the growing population. Sorry.
Parking spaces for the
Population wild citizen ultimately, whereas adaptants also comma whereas comma adapting adapting self measures may cities gets needs
क्लास आउनु
college SUD and MIN. IMPSUD.